The Port of Belize expansion project held its second round of virtual public consultations on Thursday evening to announce changes made to the original environmental and social impact assessment. One of the key changes to the ESIA is the placement of 7.5 million cubic meters of dredged material.
The diagram here shows the onshore and nearshore areas as presented in the ESIA that was presented last year and earlier this year. Couple things we need to notice. If our audience can see the EPZ area, that is the area on shore where some of the disposal will take place. So it is within that area. If we look at the blue area, we can see that that is the nearshore area where the sediments, the finer sediments would have accumulated.
The previous ESIA proposed that the silt be dumped offshore. While developers contended that the former proposal would not negatively impact marine life, environmental stakeholders quickly rejected that plan. With a new placement site identified on the port's property, the Belize Water Services Limited has raised concerns.
We do notice in the media that the BWSL is concerned about their sewage ponds and the outflow from those ponds. We can talk more about that. We remember that we had a meeting with them in, I think it was January of last year. And the whole purpose of the meeting was to discuss whether the BWSL would be able to provide the development with potable water, which is important for the development. And the talk came up about the mangroves, which are used to strip nutrients from the outflow from these ponds. And they also mentioned that they would like the outflow to continue across the property.
Developers noted that BWSL's easement through its property will not be disturbed by the development, neither will the mangroves. And, according to Alan Herrera, with the help of a silt curtain, materials dumped at its placement site will not migrate.
In the diagram below, you see that there is a geotextile and a silt curtain, and those are anchored from the shore. And so during the placement of the materials, there will be no chance that any sediment would be able to leave that area because of the geotextile membrane and the silt screen that would be surrounding the whole area.
One participant, tour operator Tom Greenwood, asserted that the soils being dredged and dumped on the port's property are extremely contaminated.
Please, let's not insult the intelligence of the people of Belize. Files of historical events took place. When you start digging that place, you'll be digging extremely contaminated soil. Dumping that soil where you're going to dump it, I don't know what the future of that will be, but I fear that it may not be as you have said.
The fact is, there is no such contaminant present in the soil that will be dredged as a part of this project. As I mentioned, all of the soil that is being excavated as part of this project is virgin material, meaning it has never been excavated prior to its deposition there by a geological act 100,000 years ago, or 10,000 years ago, or whatever that may be, in terms of regional geology. That material was extensively tested. All of those test results are available in the EIA. All of those test results conclusively and without any sense of conjecture state unequivocally that there are no contaminants in the material that are being excavated.
Janelle Chanona, Vice President of Oceania Belize, questioned whether developers have considered the offshore dumping area in front of the Port of Belize as being a part of the Caribbean Sea, and whether developers maintain that the project is contingent on the cruise port's approval.
I would say I first take objection to it being referred to as an offshore area. I believe that that's the wrong terminology. This should be referred to as an inshore area or a nearshore area. This is not offshore because this is part of the Belize City Lagoon.
It's Caribbean Sea. Belize has only one sea. It's in front of Belize City, so it is the Caribbean Sea. That is, I think that is indisputable.
The alternative to ocean dumping is still dumping a significant amount of dredged spoils in the Caribbean Sea. So thank you for clarifying to everyone here that we are talking about dumping dredged spoils in the Caribbean Sea.
We will rely on government approvals to undertake any of the construction activities that have been presented as a part of this project.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isane Cayetano.